Hey everybody, Dr. Chris here as usual. Thanks for joining me. So you see it's cold outside, there's a bunch of snow out there. So today I'm going to talk about temperature and weight regulation. Okay, now you hear me say this all the time, that weight is complicated and there's a lot that goes into it. There's ins, there's outs, there's nutrition, there's exercise, there's sleep, there's all this other stuff. One thing that's often overlooked is temperature, okay? So temperature absolutely is related to metabolism. All right, so I'm going to give you the punchline right here in the first 30 seconds, okay? Colder temperatures are associated with increased metabolism, okay? So if you want to maintain a healthy weight, if you want to lose some unhealthy weight, maybe looking at temperature as part of your total plan is something that you should do. So I'll give you a few practical points at the end here, but I want to explain why and how temperature is related to metabolism, okay? Did you know that there's different kinds of fat? All right, now when most people think of fat, they think about white adipose tissue. White adipose tissue is what you think about with fat, right? It's a blob of something, it sits there, gives a little insulation. Now you people, since you listen to these talks, know that fat does a lot more than that, hormone signaling and all this other stuff. But there's also brown fat, okay? So brown fat is a different kind of fat, and the interesting thing, I think all this is interesting, but the interesting thing I'm gonna mention about brown fat is that it is less efficient than white fat, okay? You think less efficient, that doesn't sound good, but with metabolism and weight regulation, it might be a good thing, okay? Think about an inefficient engine. What happens? You put the fuel in and you lose a lot of that fuel as heat, all right? So you don't get work out of it. But if you're eating food and you want to burn off some as heat instead of having it stored as fat, it might be a good thing. All right, so brown fat has this thing called UCP1, the name doesn't matter, uncoupling protein 1, and that's what helps us be less efficient a form of fat. Now, for a long time, we thought that brown fat was only present in newborn babies and a little bit, and it goes away. And well, now we know that that's not true. Everyone has some brown fat, and there's some things that you can specifically do to activate your brown fat. And by activate, that means make it more active so that you lose some more energy to heat. All right, and so two things that you can do right now to activate your brown fat. One is lower the temperature. Both of these relate to lowering the temperature. So most studies have looked at about 2 hours. It doesn't have to be that cold, not going out and rolling around in your swimsuit in the snow here, but in the 60s, all right, 60 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe even a little bit warmer for 2 hours. That's what most of the studies look at. So one thing you can do, if it is cold outside, set your thermostat a little bit lower, right? You don't have to be at 72 degrees all the time. Okay, a little side note here. Again, there's a lot that goes into weight, but one of the theories of something that's contributing to weight gain, as the United States as a country over the last couple of decades is indoor heating and air conditioning, right? Everybody's always at 72 degrees. You're a little chilly at 71, let's turn it up to 72. Oh, you're a little warm, let's turn it down to 72, right? Or you put a sweatshirt on, something like that. So one idea you can do, save a few dollars too, is if it's cold outside, set your thermostat a little bit lower, okay? The second thing is take a cold shower, all right? It seems simple, and it's not 2 hours of exposure for most people, but it's repeated day after day exposure to colder temperatures, okay? And does that add up? Everyone's a little bit different. I'll pause here for a second and mention genetic variability. So this is very genetically determined. Some people have more brown fat, some people have less, some people have more of that UCP1, some people have less. But these few things that you can do fairly easily to lower the temperature that you're exposed to can be beneficial for metabolism. All right, so thanks for listening. I hope you learned something. Maybe you can try some of this starting right now. If you have any questions, let me know. Talk to you next time. Dr. Chris.
Be sure to schedule your free 30-minute initial phone consultation by sending me an email or by visiting our website at refinedwellnessconsulting.com.